Do you also struggle with the perfect smoky eye? For those of us with deep set and or hooded eyes, it can go from subtle to raccoon real quick. Keep watching for the technique that I use on my clients and myself for that sleepy, sexy, smoky eye without looking heavy. By the way, I'm Jeannie. I'm a pro makeup artist in Los Angeles. I work with celebrities, beauty brands, and everyone in between, and I'm here to help you level up your makeup game. I already did the first step, which is to prep my eye with concealer. I just used this It Cosmetics Bye Bye Dark Spots concealer that I've been using. I really love it. And then I'm going to set it with a translucent powder. I could set it with an eyeshadow, but honestly, this is just as good. And we're going to go in with eyeshadow anyway. So all over the lid, up to the brow bone. And now the star of the show, we have the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette. I love this palette. It's in my kit. It's in my personal kit as well. I recommend it to everybody because it works for everybody. So I'm going to take a mixture of these three colors right here. They're the closest to my skin tone. I recommend to anyone, if you're doing this, just get a color that's the closest to your skin tone, and we're going to place it on the lid up to the crease. So I'm just going to tap it, and this is just going to create that contrast that we're looking for. You'll see what I'm talking about. Because I have deep set eyes, you can see when my eyes are open, you can't really see a lot of what's going on my lid. So for me, focusing the smoke on the areas that you can see, particularly the outer V, and extending it out makes more sense. You'll see what I mean when I do it, but I just wanted to preface with that. So I'm going to take the palette and we're going to go for a medium brown to start, and then we're going to keep building in the gradient. So for me, that's going to be this color here, number 4 and number 5. We're going to mix on a fluffy brush. Tap off the excess, and we're just going to take it. I'm going to keep my eyes open. If you want to look into a mirror, and then you're just going to take the brush while the eye is open on the brow bone, and then sweep it down and kind of create that V. Also, a trick that I do is I'll close my eye and just bring the shadow in, like kind of pull it in to create that sharp sort of extended effect. Whenever I'm doing a smoky eye, I always have a clean, fluffy brush just for blending. This is a Smith brush. I love these brushes. So I'm just gonna go over the medium brown just to soften it. So same brush, we're gonna take this deeper brown right here, and then I might actually tap it into this dark brown. Tap it off, and if you feel like you have just a little bit too much product on the brush, I'll use the back of my hand just to knock a little bit of it off. And we're gonna go right under where we placed that medium brown shadow, and we're gonna create the same shape. My eyes are open, so I'm just gonna lift my brow a little bit and just kind of concentrate and just deepen that shadow. But we're still remaining off the eyelid right here. We're keeping the eyelid nice and clean and bright. And again, you can close your eye and kind of sweep in. And we're gonna clean this up under here too. Don't worry about that. Once again, our blending brush, we're just gonna blend. This is also something that you can tweak as you go along. So as I'm looking into the camera, I can see that there's a little bit of lightness right here, and the line is looking a little crooked. So I wanna even out the gradient here and kind of curve it a little bit. Let me show you what I mean. So we're gonna take this, and I'm gonna concentrate more of that product on the brow. See, even pros like me, we don't always get it right the first time. That's the beauty of makeup. You can just keep practicing, and you can always tweak. You can take it off if you don't like it. It doesn't matter. Now we're getting into the smoke effect. So we're gonna take the brush that we used in the beginning, the flat brush, and then we're gonna go in with this deep brown and a little touch of this black. And we're just gonna take this in the outer V. And then we're just gonna blend it in. And see how it looks unblended? Just take the blending brush again and then blend it in to soften it. We want a gradation. And you can always go back in with a fluffy brush and one of the medium shades and just blend those hard lines. You can literally put mascara on and finish the rest of your face, and this would be a beautiful smoky eye for deep set eyes. I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more black shadow and just deepen a little bit where my natural shadow is. And then take fluffy brush, blend it, blend it, blend it, blend it. Okay, so my base is done. Now I just want to show you how I finished the smoky eye as well as the rest of my face so that everything comes together. First, I'm going to take a brown eyeliner, nothing with sparkle, preferably matte. This is just the first one that I picked up. It's from Sisley, and I'm going to take it on the lower waterline. The reason I'm using brown instead of black is because it's not as heavy, and it's still going to give us that lined smoky eye effect without really closing off the eye. Then we're going to take a flat brush like this and just smoke out the lower lash line. Actually, I haven't done concealer yet. I put my concealer on the back of my hand. I tend to put a lot of my complexion products on the back of my hand and work off of that because it gives you more control. That way I can take my finger or a brush and apply onto my face as opposed to applying directly to my face. Whereas whenever I've done that in the past, I usually end up with way too much product and then it's just a big fat mess. And also by using this technique, I'm already pressing the product into my skin. The warmth of my fingers is gonna mix with the warmth of my face, and it's gonna already help to make it look really, really seamless. And then I'll just take a damp complexion sponge. This is from Thrive Causemetics. I love these. I love the color too. I think it's really cute. And you'll see that my concealer is just is quite lighter than the rest of my face. There's a reason for that. This is the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. Love this. This is also in my kit. And I'm just gonna take my sponge and then just blend. So there's no harsh lines, but we still have that nice brightness underneath. When it comes to deep set and hooded eyes, you really wanna make sure the eye area is nice and bright and open. So I'm trying to do everything I can to counteract the smokiness that we have going on. Next, I'm gonna go in with Huda Beauty Pound Cake. I'm just gonna knock some of it in the back of my hand. I have the small one because I wanted to try it first. I bought this at Sephora during the sale and I really love it. So I'm gonna end up buying the big one because it's great. Her powders I hear are really good and it lived up to the hype. So I'm gonna set under my eyes and then I'm gonna take this little sponge right here. You can get these off of Amazon. I'm just gonna go into the powder, press over the powder I already put down with the brush. I call this baby baking. And then I just like to hit my T-zone. And yes, we will go back to the eyes. We're not finished with the eyes, I promise. I'm gonna go in with this dark brown here, maybe mix with a little bit of medium brown on this small little brush. I'm just gonna smoke out the lower lash line a little bit. I like to do concealer first before doing anything on the lower lash line, just because you don't have to worry about there being a gap between the concealer and the product. And now everything can just blend seamlessly. And you see how I have kind of a hard line there? I'm just gonna take a clean brush and just soften that. My lashes are curled, so I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of mascara. If you really wanna accentuate the outer V and the smoke that we've created with this shape, then make sure that you focus a majority of the mascara on the outer third. And you can take the brush and hold it vertical, and you can place the lashes and angle them so they give you more of that shape. Start with lightly coating the entire lash and then turn the brush. And because I have deep set eyes, I have to tilt my head back or else my lashes will touch my top lid and ruin all my hard work. See, I already did, so we'll have to go in and fix that. And then the same for the bottom lashes. For lip, I'm gonna go nude and keep it really simple since the emphasis is on the eyes. This is ColourPop BFF liner, and I'm gonna line my lips. And then it's Nars Pour Toujours, which is this really pretty, cool, nudie pink. It looks really interesting with the warm nude. I'm gonna go in with some Makeup by Mario cream blushes. I actually have them depotted from my kit, so I'm gonna scrape out a little Dusty Rose and Earth Pink. I also like to mix. I'm just gonna place it on the back of my hand, and then as with any cream blush, even if I'm working directly from the product itself, I always put it on the back of my hand to warm it up. I use this as my palette always, whether I'm doing my makeup or a client. And then I'll take my trusty little sponge, tap it in. I have it high up on the cheekbone on the outer third of my face just to lift everything. With the smoky eye, everything is very lifted and sort of, I guess you could say, snatched. Is that what the kids are saying these days? Snatched? Or maybe it's an outdated word. I don't know. But everything's really elongated and lifted. If you like this video, make sure to give me a like. And if you want to see more pro makeup tips, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.